Welcome everyone. I am doing a show and tell of the things that I'm sending for the upcoming swap called Bits and Pieces, all about flowers on the Junk Journal chat group. And so let me show you what I will be sending. I made this portfolio or holder, and on this one I already showed you on a previous video. This one is going to contain all the tags and journaling cards and the napkins that are here in the back, and some extra goodies as well on these pockets. I'm not going to go through it because I already showed you that. So this is that one. Then I also showed you a video on where I made this envelope journal, which is made from journals, and it is a cereal box with lace and buttons. And I also showed you a video on that, so I won't go through each envelope, but in each envelope I have the scraps of paper, and I'm also including some embossing cards. And when they take all these things out, they will be left with a journaling page inside for writing. So it's an envelope journal. So, and that's all the envelopes I made. So that's that I will be sending to my partner. Then I'm also going to be sending envelopes because I'm supposed to send 5 different types of envelopes. So I made a couple, and like this one was gifted to me in a Happy Mail. This one I made, it's an origami envelope, and inside I have different types of stickers in here. A little something for my partner. So I didn't want to send the envelopes too empty. I made this one from a napkin with handmade flowers, a little die cut, and some trim here. And then I made this other one from a recycled envelope that I received. Just covered it up with some stickers, some stamping, and then here, when they take all this out, it will have a nice finish to it right there. Just some scraps of lace and a button there. And I have some die cuts of cards because I'm supposed to send different types of cards as well. So these are all cards in here. Some stickers, some mini file folders. So that all goes in that envelope. And then some envelopes that I received. Well, I didn't receive them. I bought them at a secondhand store. So that will also be going in there. Then I also have some a tiny envelope here. This envelope that is filled with die cuts of many of the flowers that I have made already, samples that I'm sending there. So and butterflies that will be sent as well. Then I'm also I'm supposed to send 5 charms, but you know me, I overdo things. So I bought this big bin of jewelry stuff, and it was very inexpensive. I think I paid like $30 for many charms. So I'm just going to be sharing some of these with my partner that she can hopefully use in her journals. I'm only supposed to send 5, but it's kind of hard to stick to the 5. So I'm sending them this little bag here. It's really nicely decorated. It was gifted to me in a Happy Mail. And I'm also sending these, some flowers I made. I followed a tutorial on a video. And these roses I bought at the Dollar Tree. And this one as well. So it's 2 different types that I'll be sending. More charms. My favorite, the eclipse, the moon and the sun. So she will be receiving many little charms that hopefully she can get good use out of. And I also want to show you some of the things that I send when I send a rack or a swap. I send them, first of all, I send them the materials. Like here are tickets cut out from my punch, and those are in here. And then I send her an example, or her, of how I make it, how I use it. So here is the ticket folded, and then it has some trim, and then a beading at the end. So it's an altered paper clip. So that way she can see how it is that I use the things that I'm sending. Here's another example of an altered paper clip. This one I sent because it's just also a punch cutout, and then it has on here a mailing label. And many months ago, it was funny because on one of the chats I was having on Junk Journal chats, I asked one of the ladies on there, and I said, "Oh, do you mean the labels, you know, from mailings?" And she says, "Oh no, you know, that would be too flimsy to decorate." And I said, "Oh no." So then I sent her pictures of them, and she says, "Wow." And I sent her a couple and a swap. So she was surprised that I was able to use the labels on them. And this was many months ago. I think it was with Gina that we had that little conversation. So I'm sending her some labels as well. And this was all an accident. I was printing out on cardstock, and unknowing, I had also had some mailing labels that was stuck between the cardstock. So when my printing was going through, it came out on the labels. And of course I'm like, oh, nothing goes to waste. I'll figure out how to use them. So I was playing with them. So I use them on tags, but mainly I use them more to alter paper clips. So I think that looks pretty cool. And then I send the trim, I send the labels, and then I send the little flower stuff. All the little flower things are in here so she can make the flowers as well. You know, I just send little examples, you know, but like I said, there are no rules. They can use it however they want, but that's just one way that I use them. Then I'm also sending some pins, stick pins. And so these are the ones I'm sending, these here. Then I showed her some examples on how I use them. Like this one here, it's a tag, and it's it has a little dangle at the end, because this one has a little oh, what is that called, eyelet thing there, to put something on. So then I just glued on this little banner, and then I stuck it through, and then on the bottom here it has the earring little plastic thing that goes behind an earring. So that's what this is here, so they don't get stuck, or anything doesn't get stuck on there. But that's a tag here. Then I also am sending her some swatches of cloth, and then I have an example of how I use the stick pin on this one. This one's also a banner here, but then on that one it has some lace, and then it has a paper flower, and then this matching plastic thing here to cover up the stick pin. And then it has a stamp of friend to friend. So this could be used as a corner pocket or a center pocket, or you know, maybe glue it onto cardstock or sew it onto cardstock. You know, there's no rules. They can use it as they please, but that's just an example. So I'm sending some swatches to go with that. And then I'm also sending this example of a guest check, and it's sewed onto cardstock, and then it has a napkin decoupage over music sheet. And then this one's a corsage pin also, and I don't know where I left them right now, but I'm also sending some of those together. And this one actually at the end has another little bead, a teardrop bead. So that's how I finished this one off, and this one's permanent as well on there. So, you know, just examples of how they can use the supplies that I am sending. And then here's some little coin envelopes that I bought at the secondhand store. It's a big box, like 500. So a lot of people that have received swaps or Happy Mail from me, racks, they've seen these already. And this one is an example. It's just decorated with some lace and a ribbon and a button. And then inside it has a journal prompt. What are your best character traits? So these are writing prompts that they can, you know, add into the journal. And is an example of how I use these. So that's basically what I wanted to show you about the things, the materials that I send, and that I usually try to send examples so they can see how I decorate them or what I do with them. But like I said, there are no rules. It's theirs, no strings attached, so they get to use all this materials however they like. So that's what I wanted to show you, just a little show and tell. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys got some ideas on what to do with some of the crafting materials. So have yourselves a great evening, people. Have a great one.